you should be able to take a helicopter straight up to a certain distance and be able to track the sun for 24 hours. I'll trap the NASA scientist and the flat earther for 24 hours. Let's get to the bottom of this.
This is a flat earther and this is a NASA scientist.
This is crazy.
I can't find the curve anywhere, Jack.
The Bible says the earth is flat.
All right, Jack.
I've trapped them in this room until one of them changes their mind.
The first thing I want to talk about today, Dr. Gold, is curve. Supposedly, every mile you
Bro, look, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. I have the 100% bulletproof argument for if the earth is flat, okay? That no flat earther could ever dispute. They say the earth is flat, okay? And the sun is up here, but the reason the sun looked like it disappeared because it go far this way and you don't see it no more, and it figure eights and all of these other things. Okay, so my question is, at what elevation would you be able to see the sun 24 hours a day? Because at some point you should be able to go up, and with magnification, a scope with magnification, you should be able to see the sun at all times. What is that elevation? They don't have an answer, okay?
down 0.666 feet or 8 inches. Not that bad, right? Then you get to 10 miles, and we're talking 66 feet of curve. You get to 20 miles, you're talking 266 feet of curve. And then you get to 100 miles, and you're at 6,666 feet of curve.
Lisa
So
was
I
good.
do tests over 10 miles, 20 miles, 50 miles, and I'm looking for this curve here. I've been to 12 states, 2 oceans, 2 continents. I've tested all of them, I can't find it. I've used infrared, high power zoom cameras, telescopes. I've done mirror reflection tests with the sun. I've rented private airplanes and private helicopters. I can't find this drop.
The horizon is also not like a hard limit. That assumes the object you're looking at has no height at all.
One thing we have is foreshortening taking place. And this is the optics that they've hijacked. When we're 6 years old, they're not teaching us foreshortening, they're not teaching us perspective.
He was throwing a lot of big science words around, but I wanted to know why things like boats get obstructed at the bottom but not at the top when they're far away. An experiment we actually did on this channel to prove it, and how that would work on a flat earth.
The closer you are to Earth's surface, the more there's all this gas. You get into a lighter medium. This less dense medium is going to cause less atmospheric lensing or magnification of whatever's in the distance.
His explanation was pretty good, but didn't explain why they would be
Okay, look, listen. If this is the flat earth model, at some point, the sun got to be floating around up here, okay? And if it's floating around, you should be able to take a helicopter straight up to a certain distance and be able to track the sun for 24 hours.
the curvature. Can you show us some of the things they are doing to keep this hidden?
Well, what about if I pull up some NASA fakery and I just ask you, Dr. Gold, like, what do you think is happening in some of this footage?
Okay.
But here's a good one.
There are apparently bubbles in space during spacewalks.
Clearly, they are filming it underwater. They're faking zero gravity by using salinated pools.
Wait, I have a question though. Underwater, you're still gonna sink, no?
In a salinated pool, you can put salt in the pool to change the buoyancy. Got multiple clips of them, like CGI glitches, guys. Like,
But can I ask a little bit more of a deeper question, which is, I understand you can show a lot of videos of this, but why? Tell me why.
well, hold on. I got to get my crystal ball so I can divine their motives. They take $70 million a day. They're laundering money through the space agencies, in my opinion. Also, they wanted to hijack the science so that they are in complete control. So it's just a method of control for them. They don't need the $70 million a day. They print the money, guys. And so the more you're watching the rocket launches, the more you're thinking about a moon landing, the less you're paying attention to what they're doing on an island.
What they don't know is that later in the video, I'm actually going to let them leave this room. And although they can't separate until one of them changes their minds, they can use whatever they want in the world to prove that their shape of the Earth is correct. And letting these two out in the wild got diabolical.
Hey, does anyone in here know the Earth is flat? You are being lied to about where you live. Dr. Gold, if I gave you $100 to demonstrate a gravitational orbit, would you be collecting the $100?
Bro, the other thing that people be arguing is that, like, gravity, people who argue against gravity, yo, I have lost, like, the theory of gravity. They're like, oh, it's a theory. I think people It's crazy because I learned the scientific method in first grade, okay? They taught us hypothesis, the hypothesis, experiment, observation, blah, 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 till you get to the end of the scientific theory, right? And people are confusing the word theory with hypothesis, right? They're like, well, it could be proved. Listen, let me continue before I start yapping.
If I had to demonstrate it right here with just my bare hands, no, I couldn't.
Has anyone ever demonstrated a gravitational orbit?
That's exactly how the International Space Station stays up.
Yeah, no, I believe, we've done like Keplerian observations, right?
Wait. That's not a demonstration.
It's falling towards Earth, but because it's moving so fast horizontally, it just keeps missing the Earth, so it orbits around.
So Nathan, have you ever seen an eclipse?
Yes, I have.
Like a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse? What type of shape do you see when the shadow is projected?
They're round.
They're round. Okay, great. Okay. You know that eclipses happen at all different, times of the year, all different parts of the world, right? But no matter where you are, that shape is always perfectly round. The only way you can have a shadow that is projected that is always round is if the light is shining past a spherical object.
I gotta stop you. This is all assuming space and that the heliocentric model. I don't think space is real, bro.
Okay.
The sun and the moon are in the firmament, so
They're in the what? Sorry.
they're locked in the firmament.
I have no clue what the firmament is.
Oh, well, I can tell you what the firmament
Please,
is.
yeah.
Pause. Channel quiz. Have you been watching a lot of the videos lately? Do you know what the firmament is? Are you subscribed? Well, I'll tell you.
The firmament is essentially that dome around the map there that goes around the flat Earth.
This is the path of the 2017 eclipse. So it goes from Oregon to South Carolina. When we zoom in, you're going to see the moon, which is 2,160 miles in diameter, or 6 times 6 times 60.
You love the sixes. You love the sixes. What's the tilt of the Earth?
66.6 or 23.4.
It's technically 66.5. Yeah, the 66.6 is a cute, it's close, I get it, but it's not.
Check it out, Doc. When we go forward in time, this shadow is going from South Carolina to Oregon. It's going from the east to the west. And when in reality, we see it go from the west to the east.
At this point, we were all a little exhausted from debating, so we decided to order lunch.
I'm vegan.
Okay.
Bro, you're speaking. You listen. You cannot reason with somebody who didn't reason themselves in. These are people believe these things because they're comfortable with their level. These are comfortable conclusions with their level of education. The more education and the more experiments that you expose yourself to the studies, you would not be comfortable coming back with the conclusion. Look, we all had our flat earth. Well, I did. You know what I'm saying? I was a person who you go through a phase where you start to question stuff. Is the earth flat? JFK, you do things, right? And that's okay. But you got to get to the bottom of that, okay? And depending on your level of education is the depth of which you can really dive into that subject. That's all I'm saying.
You guys don't have to worry about me. If you don't want, I can make tacos in the RV.
We ended up ordering some vegan food on DoorDash. He explained a little more about his life.
And I've been in an RV full time for 18 months. Living in an RV, dude.
RV life.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty cool. And I couldn't do it without the community. I mean, I don't ever stay at RV parks or anything. They're all my friends too, bro. They're all people I've met.
And so you said you do this full time.
I have been, yes. For 7 years, I've been full time.
How do you make that work? What does that look like for you?
Well, I've accumulated less than $300 a month on Patreon. So I sell Flat Earth flyers, thumb drives. They have over 500 Flat Earth books by 100 different authors. They've got 1,000 memes, 200.
Hold up. Did he just admit to a crime? He has Flat Earth books loaded onto USB drives and sells them? Is that not a crime? That gotta be copyright infringement or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
150 ancient sky maps. There's a Flat Earth model on there. There's keynote speeches, documentaries. But then every time I'm traveling doing meetups, I'm like, can I mow your lawn, bro? Can I wash your dishes? Can I paint the side of your house? So I'm a landscaper and a painter, and I do heating and air. I'm just whatever people need me to be, I'll do that so I can get gas money to go to where I need to go.
At this point, we enjoyed some lunch together, and it was really feeling like they were starting to like each other. Maybe some minds would be changed today.
These guys play around on wires with green screens, dude.
You're not listening, bro. You keep interrupting me, too.
But first, Nathan wanted to ensure Dr. Gold understood how sunrise and sunset worked on a flat Earth.
If you take a light and you move it around the flat Earth.
I'm glad he did that. Listen, so if you move this around, at some point you should be able to go up high enough to see the sun at all times. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's gonna work just like my watch, where some parts are illuminated and some parts are in darkness. And so you're gonna have 12 noon over here when the sun is directly overhead, and you're gonna have midnight over here when the sun is on the other side. Now, time zones are imaginary lines that humans made up.
Sure.
What I wanna know, Dr. Gold, is we've talked about eclipses, we've talked about time zones. When do we get to the curvature of the Earth?
Well, see, the time zone only makes sense if you do have a curvature of the Earth. We have clocks, right? Unless clocks are a government conspiracy, right? Like if we sync our clocks, and if I'm up here and up here, I will see the sun set at the same quote unquote time.
You're assuming that, but you don't actually have all these different observers along the one certain latitude line.
Oh, I can't be two people at the same point, but I could maybe call my friend, you know,
Yeah, of course. And then
who's on the other side of the
You
other,
could,
right?
but have you done it?
I haven't personally.
Would you ever run that experiment?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it would be an experiment. Again, it's an observation.
If the sun is going around the Earth, is it going around the Earth once a day or once a year?
It goes around once a day.
Okay, once a day. So what does that have to do with it? How do you do the seasons then?
Of course. So throughout the year, the sun's path expands and contracts annually between the tropics.
So it orbits around the Earth like this, but it's going further back or forward.
it expands and contracts.
Got it. So that circle that it goes around is going bigger or smaller.
I'm not saying that the Earth we live in is in a sphere. I'm saying that the Earth we live on is in a sphere.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm not saying the Earth we live in, but the Earth we live on. Bro, this is a lot of people saying a bunch of mumbo jumbo that don't mean anything. Okay.
Now that we fully understand how the flat Earth works,
It is time to venture into the world. Is it flat or is it round? We'll not find out today. You want to show your RV, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see his RV.
Yeah, that's where I live. Welcome to my domicile. We got electromagnetic accelerators. This is my P1000.
And what's that used for?
Just long distance observation. The day after NASA signed a contract with Nikon, they discontinued this camera. Flat Earthers were picking it up just to go test for Earth curve, and we're seeing way too far. This was made by Flat Earther in Atlanta. And then these are the flyers that I offer people. I also wanted to show you just how much information is in the thumb drive. These are all the documentaries and videos. These are all my speeches, keynote speeches. We got one about COVID in there too. We got books. Watch this. You go to old. These are authors, guys. When you go to ancient, African, biblical, Chinese, Greek, so biblical. It's got all the ancient Bible stuff. These are all sky maps. I find a lot of them to just be super interesting. That's how I made this. That's how I made that one over there. And you go to beats.
And that's the crazy thing. I don't like when people say flat earthers are dumb. You got to have a high level of intelligence to do all of this. Everything he got listed and put in the right place, it takes intelligence to do that. But sometimes you have to have a foundation of the instructions of how things work to actually see what's going on. You have to know mathematics. You have to know the scientific method. You have to know physics. There's a lot of things you got to know, because without those, you can come to conclusions that are incorrect, which is what we see in this video.
Written by Flat Earthers. Turn around every now and then. Just cool beats about truth. And
Okay.
we got Flat Earth clocks. I mean, this is one of the Flat Earth
NASAlies.org.
Flat Earth board shorts over here. Question everything. Here's my official Flat Earth and Globe discussion logo. Gravity, noun, the imaginary force that holds all their lives together. Oh, I got the sweater. You're not stupid. It's stupid. Have you guys ever seen Gucci Flat Earth flip-flop sandals? This is my tinfoil hat collection over here on the thumb drive. Earth is not a planet, proven from scripture, reason, and fact. Our world is not a spinning globe. These books are crazy, bro. These books were written by CIA mind-controlled slaves.
Wow.
These are $40 through the Flat Earth University, and they're so soft. Feel how soft this is, Doc. These are good. It's for $40.
Yeah,
it's a nice blank silicon, dude. I've got a theory that the moon might be made of silicon. We got the only Flat Earth guitar. I think that's one of one also.
Do you think there's any possibility you could be wrong about the shape of the Earth or no?
honestly, like with the amount of testing I've done, it's hydrogen helium.
Oh my Lord. See, okay, maybe I jumped out a little too far and said this takes intelligence. I think how you can tell somebody is intelligent is their willingness to take in information that they feel like they may have not known before. That doesn't mean they got to believe it, but be open to the idea that there is a piece of information that might change their mind. I think that's like the highest you can get. Because if you think you know everything, I'm sorry, buddy. Them IQ points are not clicking.
Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Astrolabes, the AE map used by the USGS, Bardet Krenz, Bedford level. The Bible says the Earth is flat.
Wow, that is really something.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah. Okay, we've made it to where Dr. Gold believes he can prove that the Earth is round, which is the Griffith Observatory here in Los Angeles. They have a Foucault pendulum here.
And apparently it proves the Earth is round, because unlike normal small pendulums,
Instead of just going back and forth, because it's so long, it goes for a really long time. And so because it goes for so long, slowly it actually starts to make a circle motion because of that rotation of the Earth.
and while we see what Nathan thinks, I want to tell you about coding, because even though we have AI now, understanding how to code and knowing what you're seeing is obviously crucial if you actually want to build software. Coding is a language, and using Cody, you can learn that language, just like you would with Duolingo.
I can explain this on a flat Earth. This doesn't prove a globe, okay? So check this out. What they used to do back in the day is they would hide a magnet in the ground, and then they would hide
Brother. Oh my goodness. Everything gotta be true. Yo, I take back everything I said 2 minutes ago, bruh. Everything gotta be they're tricking us. But I found out that is not a trick. We might be living in a simulation. I think my conspiracy is whatever there is out there, aliens, robots, spirits, demons, whatever. The only way they can all coexist is if they don't know the other one actually exists. Okay? So maybe maybe this is Detroit Become Human and we got some bots out there, okay? But they don't know they're bots and we don't know they're bots. So we assume we're all the same. I could be a Detroit, I could be straight out of Cyberlife. Who knows? But I don't know I'm out of Cyberlife. And you don't know I'm out of Cyberlife. So I guess we never know. So maybe he's from a reality. You know what? I'm giving way too much credit right now.
a magnet in the sphere.
Why would they hide anything?
What Cody's not hiding is that when you download the app, you tell them exactly where you're at with coding, and they'll meet you there and take you to the next level. It's a fun, gamified experience for anyone from complete beginners to aspiring developers looking to improve their coding skills.
You can't have a building fixed to the earth and you hang something from it and the earth moves under it.
Why not?
It's fixed to the building.
Cody is free and creates a daily habit of you practicing code. And their AI tutor gives instant feedback, so you'll never get stuck. But where I was stuck was with Nathan, because if he wasn't gonna believe the Foucault pendulum, I don't think he's gonna change his mind today. The only change that could happen today is you bringing coding into your life with the link in the description. I told them we could end the video once we'd reached a full day together. I was still holding out hope that we'd see Nathan cave. I don't really want Dr. Gold to cave, obviously, since I am obviously a round earther.
This is Buzz Aldrin, bro.
Buzzed Aldrin. And this picture is just total, you think this was hand-drawn? How do you think they did this?
They could have had an actual model that they painted.
Sure.
Yeah, and then took a picture of it. Is that very convincing for you, Dr. Gold?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is when you look with the P1000, it does sort of look like this. Like,
it does.
It does kinda,
Like, how thick is the firmament? Could there be some three-dimensional stuff in there?
There could be multiple layers.
And is there's nothing beyond the firmament?
Well, the Bible says there's water above.
Water?
So.
Is that where heaven is?
It's somewhere, bro. Heaven is a real place, Jack. It's a real place, like Miami. I've been testing the Earth for 10 years, and it's flat. I have some friends that are in SpaceX that are flat earthers. So, like, they've invited me to launches, and they can get to the special 1 mile area where.
So what are they doing at SpaceX?
They're waiting to retire and collect their pension, and I keep telling them there are a bunch of them. Should I see if there's any flat earthers in here?
Sure.
Hey, does anyone in here know the Earth is flat?
Bro, on God, bro. Like, yo, if I was there when this happened, yo, I would be lit. Like, all right, let's talk. Let's have it. I've never met like a real, true flat earther in real life. Okay, but I want to, because I want to have some conversations, bro. So if you're a flat earther, hit me up. You could hop on stream, bro. Let's chat, all right? Because I got some questions for you. You see how every time they bring something up, it's just like well, they could have did this. There's really no concrete evidence, all right? And I'm glad you brought up the quote that says, never, you can't reason somebody out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. There's also one that says, don't let your mind be so open that your brain falls out, okay? This is...
Anybody? You guys ever look into flat Earth? No? I've been testing for 10 years. I've been on National Geographic. I've tested 12 states, 2 oceans, 2 continents. I use telescopes, high-power zoom cameras, infrared, land surveying equipment. You are being lied to about where you live, just so you know. Oh, they had to interrupt me.
At this point, we cut the day short, because being a public nuisance wasn't ever part of this. Man, did I learn a lot.
So we are done here. Looks like neither of you changed your mind.
You guys are 2 of the coolest Globers I've done any filming with or YouTube videos.
It's been very eye-opening. I mean, I still think the Earth is a globe.
What's his name? His name's like Dr. Gold. He didn't really do too much talking in his video. I'm kind of upset. My man ain't pull out the facts, but that's something I got to learn to do what Mr. Gold did. Sometimes when people it's not clicking up there, you just got to let them talk and just realize,
believer in community. As long as the community is around a belief that isn't harming other people, I'm totally cool. You guys can believe what you want to believe.
And I'm also a big believer in community, which is why I'm building this community. I also a major league Glober. You know, I do not think the Earth's flat at all. But who cares? You're still a nice guy. We're friends now. All's well.
And I do want to say to the audience, like, share, and subscribe. 3.141592632589793323462264333832795028819716
Oh, so my man is he can like repeat pi. Maybe one day. I want to be on a panel where we debate, because I feel like that is anybody who says the sun is floating in the sky all the time. I got the perfect experiment, okay? And if y'all could prove that, that's like a flat earther's wet dream, okay? They go up in a helicopter or any aircraft high enough, they get a high-powered telescope or camera or whatever, and they observe the sun going in the motion around the earth for 24 hours from the same location, the same longitude and latitude. Bro, that's all they look. That's the one experiment that will prove Earth is flat. But there's a reason why, nobody's probably ever came up with it or ever did it, because, hey man,